Starting with Mike.
Mike Potshed, present.
James Gates, present.
Pat Jones present.
Mike, do you mind leading us in the pledge of allegiance, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This meeting is being recorded. Is anyone else recording? Chairman's additions and deletions. Correspondence to add. Um, 4142.
Okay.
First one is Adam Stan. Test, water testing. Second one is is this for the wild and scenic?
Yeah, it's a update to the wildness.
Yeah, the minutes.
Chair report. Anything I have to report is covered in the agent's report. Review and approve meeting minutes. So just as an on record, Colby, I think the 3.2, the land grant update needs to be, have more detail to it, including the estimates that we received and from who.
Okay.
Anyone else? I make a motion not to accept the meeting minutes just because of the detail that it is needed. In terms of values added or dollar amounts and who's
So you
needed.
can't accept them as amended, but
Just so you know, yeah,
yeah,
punctuation is one thing.
yeah,
That's my motion.
okay.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Roll call vote starting with Mike.
Mike Potshed, yes.
James Gates, yes.
Pat Jones, yes.
One point seven, agent report.
There were 2 minutes. 2 meeting minutes.
Well.
Wow.
Okay, so on this one, under the agent report, I recused myself from the discussion. Because I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I never said it needs to be added to the next agenda. It might have been someone else.
What date is this again?
July 23rd. The agent report for Blue Willow Road. I brought it up. And then I recused myself and walked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chairperson. Me, my manager, no, I know better.
Where's he saying that he,
What's that?
where did he say he refused?
This one, I did.
You recuse this part down here.
The hearings and the appointments? Under that?
Okay.
Yeah, just continue it
The
then.
Wheeler Road. Are you on the
Actually,
right,
don't have to do
do you have the right ones? What are those minutes from?
Yeah.
August 13th?
August 13th.
These are July 23.
Oh,
Is there another
Not
copy?
here.
oh, thank you.
Pat or Mike might be able to remember also, but
You had discussed, leaving the conversation. But you were there. Let's go back over again.
So this is the one where they're rebuilding the chicken barn? And it's gonna be one instead of two, or
no, just one, just replace one.
what, was it two when they tore it? Oh, it was always just one? Okay.
Yeah, right on the same footprint.
Yeah. Well, I went out with Jim. And I guess three commissioners went out to the property together. It was just Jim and me who went out at one point. And I measured
I
it,
know
but it was,
you and Jim went out and Kevin and Jim went out.
oh, okay. So it's three altogether, but not at the same time, right, okay. And I measured it within a couple of feet of 200, I mean, it was close. And
But, so the point, what I brought up, and I have to look, because I could be wrong, is I recused myself from the
oh, you
discussion.
did, for sure. Yeah,
I walked out.
yeah,
That's what I was talking to Colby about.
okay.
Is this where he had the chicken coop before?
Yeah.
Did he have the chicken coop there before?
Yeah, it was a chicken barn.
Or chicken barn? And,
Tore it down, put a new one in the same footprint, the same foundation. Didn't even get rid of the foundation.
okay. I feel like I'm so out of it.
The issue was the distance.
Right.
Right.
But the issue I was just discussing with Colby was my presence
Right.
after I brought it up.
Right.
Okay,
So does he need to add that to this to clarify?
I need to go watch the video. The whole thing? Can't hear it.
I'm looking at it right now. You, what do you want to do? You want to see it or do you want to go look at it later?
Look at it later. Just because, you know, I'd listen to it. And I don't think taking the time now.
Right.
You're making a face like,
I'm looking at it right now.
so,
So we make a motion not to accept the minutes? All right, I'll make a motion not to accept the minutes of July 23.
I'll second it.
Mike Fox said yes.
James Gates, yes.
Pat Donnelly, yes.
One point seven agent report.
I'll start off with, Grapevine Scale Station, Meeting House Park. I talked to Craig Birch, the forester, and he's, working on developing a contract for it.
Did he allude to the cost?
It should be a sale, so it should be,
Proceeds to pay?
I mean, this was real quick math that he did. So you can't hold him to it at all, but he thought in the neighborhood of $10,000. That means there are expenses taken out of that, but contract. So,
Did he say when he'd get something for us?
not specifically,
Okay.
let's see. Had a couple of requests for COCs, old ones, and it'll come up. It's, the main one is on the agenda, but there is one other one for 73 Emory Road that was a request. Now, I'm expecting it to be on the meeting, the next meeting's agenda. And, well, I guess probably the grant update, I'll go over as well. The only IDRF, actually, it was a building, permit that came through that needed approval, and that was one that you're aware of, One Brown Road, that formerly came through as a building permit. You're already aware and approved the submission for modification of the OOC. Yep. That's all I have.
Really?
Yeah. That makes sense, huh?
Can't complain there.
Huh?
Can't complain there.
No.
All right. So moving on to 2.1, 16 Meadow Road, notice of intent. That is going to, yeah, we're not continuing it because it's not open, but we're going to, change it to the October 22nd meeting. Two point one, 71 Fitchburg Road, continuance of notice of intent, DEP number 308 0722 TWV 2025-005 hearing approximately 7:20. Applicant, Jared Woodcraft, Chris McKenzie from Dillis and Royer is representing him, replacement of septic system within 100-foot buffer and garage replacement.
It's 2.2, is it 2.1?
Sorry, 2.2.
Good evening, everybody.
I'm gonna pull it up on the screen.
Well, we can put that on the screen for us. I do have a hard copy here, but it is, as you know, fairly small lot and hard to see much what's going on there. I did, make some revisions to the plan for our discussions. I've added some, proposed signage, as long as you can see my plan, along the, wetland itself. I didn't specify how many or anything like that. As you know, it's not very long of a section, maybe 100 feet long or so, there. So a few signs along there. We, also call for some plantings, mostly in the 35-foot, buffer zone, with, a couple of 4 trees, I believe I have. Yeah, 4 trees. 3 of them basically right along the 35-foot buffer and 1, halfway in between or so. And then a few other plantings, ferns, high bush blueberry, and a dogwoods, 2 of those as well. 4 of these plantings are shown on the budding property in the 35-foot buffer, but the remainder of the, I think there's a total of 12 plantings, so 8 of them are on the Whitcraft property. The existing garage situation, talked it over with Jared, and the feeling is that they're probably gonna go with keeping the existing garage and updating, repairing it as needed. As you know, we had discussed the possibility of tearing it down and building a new one that would have met zoning a little more better, but I think cost-wise or whatever, for whatever reasons, they've decided to go with the existing and repair and replace as needed. That covers most of the stuff we discussed. Obviously, and I think we already discussed this, the erosion control is going around the whole area. The existing system portion is inside that area and therefore covered with the erosion controls we have around the rest of the site. Oh, the last thing too is we made efforts again to speak with the neighbor, and we've not gotten any responses, so.
Now I have a text message confirmation that it's okay to proceed with remediation.
Right.
That's all I've been able to get. I just haven't been able to get in touch with them, get it hard to sign it.
Yeah, in writing.
He's got a printout of a text, so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
To me, that's
Not a
right.
lawyer.
Yep. And I think that about covers everything we discussed.
Can you think of anything else?
No, I think this covered what we discussed, so as far as I can see.
So one of the things that we can put in for a special condition is, plant survivor or survival.
Mhm.
Larger replications are 75 to 80%, smaller one like this. Higher.
Should that go in now or no?
That we would write that in as a special condition, or Colby would when he writes up the permit.
Okay,
So normally in a replication is what percent?
If it's a larger one, 75 to 80%,
I think
but
so.
there's only 12 here.
Mm.
And they're all smaller. There's really no reason they shouldn't survive.
Right. I thought the smart thing to do was to try to keep it small. Obviously, the red Naples might be the largest one, but I.
Yeah, but 3 or 4, those are
Right,
gonna
right.
take off.
Right. And I tried to spread them out equally across the 35-foot buffer there. And I kept them all the red maples were on the Whitcraft property. I didn't put them on the butter.
Should we hear exactly the wordage from the text?
If you'd like to, we can.
Yeah.
Satisfies you guys, sure. There you go.
Do you mind reading it to us?
Okay, hi Larry. We truly appreciate you letting us use your land all these years. We're now working on plans for a septic design installation, and since our backyard abuts your property, both within the wetland buffer, the Conservation Commission is reviewing proposals for us to remediate the bare soil in the 35-foot buffer zone. We expect this to will mean adding loam and seed, though they may also require some trees or shrubs. We gladly cover all remediation costs and would just need your blessing to proceed, as well as permission for our engineer, Dillson Roy, to take measurements and prepare plans for the CC. On another note, would you have any interest in selling this strip of land? The board
Would like
is
to flop that in there.
okay, let's see what he says. Appreciate it, thank you. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, the plans sound good. I have no issues with the septic design or implementing that. As far as selling property, I still haven't made a decision on that. To be honest, I'm leaning on the not for sale side, but I will let you know when I have made the final decision. And thank you. Okay, boom, 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 no problem.
I think we got it, unless you
And
wanna keep going.
good morning, any chance I could get your signature and Butter's permission, so.
That's where it ended.
Yeah, that's where it ended, yeah.
Okay,
Pat,
Yes.
thoughts?
That's all the butter was gonna say, so. At least he's not against it. Do you have anything to say, George? Anything to add?
I'm just patiently waiting. I do have something to say when it comes to Mr. Hartnett. Anything you try to have him do, I'm taking care of it. We had a deal a long time ago, we shook hands, used the land, I've been using the land for over 40 years, longer than that. But he bought it like 25, I don't know how long ago, but a long time ago. We had a very good relationship. He said, let me use my land, no problem, I can take care of it, and I will upstand that. There was some widowmakers taken down, I have grandkids, he knows all about it, so I don't want him to incur anything, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm an upstanding citizen, and I care about my neighbors. So wherever you may go with him, I hope that you include me, because I'm taking care of it, so. I always will do the right thing. And I appreciate what you guys do, taking time out of your nights to do this all the time, so.
Always looking for volunteers and you get fed too.
I've done a lot of
You just-
volunteer over the years.
you just
One more
volunteered.
slot left.
So, you firmly decided that you're gonna use the footprint on the garage, or you're gonna modify the garage?
I
You're
was
not
gonna
going
say
to-
exactly what.
I mean, it's,
Same footprint.
once you, if I remember correctly, once this system is in, then that precludes any major work, so you,
Well, it makes it very difficult.
very
Well,
different.
right, it makes it hard for them to get back to this
You
area.
won't be able
I mean, I don't know about the garage, because you can access that from the
Okay.
front, but the concern is this back area, getting equipment back here to work
It's
on.
tight.
Okay,
It's really tight.
So it's best just to keep it the footprint the other side.
Right.
okay.
Where it's been improved before in prior years.
Colby, do you have any thoughts you wanna add?
No, I really don't, and I apologize, I'm having trouble getting the documents up there on Zoom, so won't let me sign in.
That's a while, Chris.
Oh yeah, you're not even on.
Yeah,
Okay.
Remember, we used to do this sort of thing long time before Zoom came around.
Oh, I like doing it like this over
Old
Zoom.
school, nothing.
Yeah.
It's much easier.
Yes, sir.
So I make a motion to issue a, a standard order of conditions with a special condition that 100% survivorship of the plants. after a 2-year period.
I'll second that one.
Mike Bud said yes.
James Gates, yes.
Pat General, yes.
I make a motion to close the hearing for 71 Fitchburg Road, DEP number 308-0722, TWV 2025-005. Second,
Second.
roll call vote starting
Mike
Mike,
Bud said yes.
James Gates, yes.
Pat General, yes. Okay,
Thank you very
You
much.
know the rest of the deal.
thank you.
Thank you.
All set. Thank you.
Keep those things water.
The money I spent, I don't do it.
For 2 years.
So after the 2-year period, you can file for a completed order of conditions that closes out the permit.
Okay, how long was it?
I missed that, I'm sorry.
missed that.
So after you plant them, Colby or someone from the commission will come out, inspect them,
Yep.
count them. And then after 2 years, you can file a completed order of conditions.
Yep, this
To close out the permit.
As long as I'm treating them right and they're growing, right?
Easy
As long as
enough.
they're not brown.
I can plant them very well.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it. Take it easy.
I'm an old school guy.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Oh,
Take it easy. Have a good night.
I go around the table, so.
Sure. Take it easy. Good meeting you. Thank you.
All right.
Have a good night.
You too.
And you, Kyle, give me.
I'll bring it back to you.
Tell Brenda I said hi.
Say it again, please.
Tell
Good night,
Brenda
Pat.
I said hi.
Thank you.
I
Appreciate it.
Have a good night, sir.
You too. Thank you. Two point three, 8 Lois Lane, certificate of compliance, DEP number 308-0524, applicants Caitlin and Christopher Way. How do you pronounce that?
It could be law, but I don't
Law?
know. Yeah.
Law, okay, have applied for COC. This was, you kind of pulled the thread on this one and found a whole bunch, and
Yeah, talk about a rabbit hole here.
I know you and I emailed a couple things back and forth, but
Yeah, so the conundrum here, I guess, is that this COC is really old. And it's for the original property that got subdivided. This is the Coppersmith Housing Development Area. They never, made a request to, get the COC completed on it.
this is where Kevin and Jim come in handy, because they have history on
I'm
stuff like
sure they
this.
did, they would. So, yeah, so there were several, there was a couple extensions put on this COC, this
Oh,
OOC in particular, 308-524, which it did finally expire in 2019, but it was originally in 2006 when they submitted the NOI and, the OOC was granted. Now that people are, they're some of them are trying to sell houses and they're trying to close out these documents and paperwork to move forward. I'm finding that there's other, COC, OOCs there that are expired as well. There's 4 other ones,
tied to 8 Lois Lane,
tied to 91 Highland,
okay,
which
is the
became
development.
not only 8 Lois Lane, but all the properties that are on Coppersmith and Petty Lane and the other ones that are on Lois Lane. It's now, if you include the original house there on 91 Highland, it's 41 properties. I was hoping to have a little bit of closure on it or guidance from our
From Nelson.
administrator, to say if it's okay, if we can prorate, all the fees, and apply them to individual properties, so that at least individual property owners can move forward with the sales of their properties.
You know what's crazy? We did 2 RDAs in there for 2 septic replacements and we never brought this up.
Hmm.
So none of the other properties have tried to clear their titles?
There's one property that has a partial, so when you do it this way, when you do it for subdivided houses that are tied to one OOC, it's a partial, COC. That doesn't mean that it's, it's closed out for that property in particular, when they receive a partial certificate of compliance. One Penny Lane applied, for it in, for a partial COC from 524. So they can go on, they're clear, they can move on with the sale of their property. I did the math on it, and it's not a huge amount per property. It's just that, 40 properties that have to pay $15 on this one COC. If we wanted to, though, you could request the other COCs be closed out as well, and this.
So the other COCs or
All tied.
OCs
All tied to
are
91 Highland,
different numbered though.
which got
So how do
all
you,
separate, different numbers, right?
so that's a state question then, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, and I did ask her, and that's where, yes, that's where I got the information that, you can do a partial COC on each property. I only found out that there were 4 other, expired OOCs after that conversation, and I don't know if we have to track them all down. I was hoping that you might have the answer. I was hoping that the administrator might have the answer. I gotta find out.
What answer?
Well, if you need to track down all these other ones too.
I don't know if you file a NOI, if it supersedes a preceding one. Does that make sense, on
Yeah,
on
I
an
understand.
individual property? We've not had that question before.
That's a good question, yeah.
So is this
I don't
holding
know
up,
how big of a legal issue it would be if they sold their property and they can.
Depends on how good the lawyer is.
Yeah, they haven't asked about any other one, just this one.
and the question, is that holding up them from selling right now?
So they do wanna close it out before the house, that's one word to use. They wanna complete the COC on it before new owners and the transaction takes place and they close on the house. And that's coming up soon. And I'm confident that we can do that with this OOC, the
This partial?
524. We can do a partial COC on that. That's not a big deal.
Well, what is the partial COC?
So you can do it, or it's real quick, so that property that was developed was tied, those houses were tied to 91 Highland Street. So because there's 40, you have 40 different properties tied to that one
Okay.
permit number. After that, as people sell their house or people request the COCs, that's where the partials come in.
So if it's all tied to that original house, could you just do it all at once?
Well, no, because you have $100 a year for,
Right, but you're talking about prorating it somehow?
Right, so it doesn't go back to just being, the responsibility of 91 Highland, because COCs stay with the property, right? So that property, 91 Highland is part of it now. They're part of that old
Yeah.
property, which is now 40 different properties.
yeah, because it's 40 BE housing or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Was that the responsibility of the builder? that should have,
Well, this is where Kevin comes in handy with history, because I'm pretty sure the first builder went belly up.
Transformations Inc. was their name, I believe. I don't know if that's the original name of them.
Now, who bought the Lois Lane part?
Oh, that's a separate transaction.
I believe it was.
Now, this may be a totally irrelevant piece of information, or maybe somehow it might be relevant, but I talked with a friend of mine who is the chair of Conservation Commission in not a neighboring town, but a town in the general vicinity of Massachusetts. And he, because a few meetings ago, you had a list of people who were delinquent in getting their COCs.
Yeah.
And I said, do you track them down? And how much do you charge them? They don't track them down. They said, sooner or later, when they try to sell the house, they're gonna come to us and, we're gonna figure it out.
So Jessica had she did pretty well at tracking people down
Yeah,
for a little while, and
yeah,
other stuff came up.
yeah.
So they don't even try.
They don't even try, and they don't charge. There's no charge.
Huh.
So, it seems like if we wanted to sort of vacate these things, if we were to get rid of the charge, it would make it easier for them to do it.
How much time do you have in this so far?
Well, it's several hours. I would say I've spent close to a day on it, because the way
It's a lot of
I
digging.
have to figure it out is I have to go to the registry of deeds and a couple of.
Read each document.
Go through each document, search, and then some are lengthy. Some of the properties can have years of different documents.
And it's spiderweb. There's stuff, I've searched stuff before where, on permits, and it's like, oh, you gotta pull up this document, oh, but it refers to this one, then it refers to another one.
Yeah,
And then it goes back to something else that doesn't even make sense, but it does make sense. So you have to
what
be
is the
thorough.
law on
so
that?
is it
On
possible?
the what?
On all that, what you can do? Can you just drop it, or do you have to go and
You have
recoup
to-
the money?
You have to file. So when we did our schedule, of our permit fee schedule, we all voted for it. And then it goes to the select board and they vote for it. Now it's $100 a year from when the permit expired, maximum of $1,500.
Oh,
We have a maximum for anything, it's $1,500.
I did not know that.
So we looked at Lunenburg, we looked at Groton, I think Pepperell, and we did all that, and we refined it a couple of times with Jessica and Autumn, and yeah, it's try to make it as easy as possible. Some of these sounds, it gets complicated.
Yeah. I guess you didn't check with Air. The other ones with 0. Yeah. Now, is it possible to just do that one because it's coming up, and then
That's my
as
question.
people want to sell their properties, then they come to
I
us?
don't see why we can't.
Yeah.
I think you should really consider it because of the closing date coming up of October 20th. We don't really want to hold them up.
Well, but that's why DEP has the form for partial.
Yeah.
Does that answer your question?
Mhm.
It's actually it's the same form, but under section B, you can see
Excuse me one second.
it can either be a complete certification or partial certification, it's just a box to check. That was curious. But I should wait till when he gets back.
Yeah,
That's my
that's right.
suggestion is to.
Do this one, and if they sell their house, they come to us, and so unless, because it's expired, that's where the complication. If it hadn't expired, they paid the $1,500 and they're up and running, right?
Yeah.
We have 40 properties involved, it's not as bad.
Yeah. Well, if they come one at a time when they try to sell future generations of commissioners will be dealing with that.
Reap the benefit.
And I guess pending more information that I find, like as far as if it's legitimate to prorate the fees the way we are doing, or the way that we're thinking about doing it.
Well, so it's a single DEP permit number.
Yes.
I think that dividing it by the number of houses is the appropriate way to do it, but now they keep going up, or years go longer, it's gonna go up.
Not a lot, but yes.
How do they feel about having to pay for this, though? Not knowing when they bought the house that they were going
There's
to,
been people that they write the check. You know, it's just part of owning a house. We've had people do it, I think Kevin's done it.
What if you,
You know, who did it a couple years ago was Drew Milliken. He had an old permit
Oh, yeah?
when they sold their house, and it was, I think, 20 years old. And they didn't even know about it.
Oh, on that, and after this, I'll find out more information on the other ones, if they need to be tracked down, or if they're voided somehow.
what if you put the burden onto the homeowner and you say, this is a situation that applies to 40 of you, I don't know how many houses, okay? You really should go to the registry of deeds, find out if you have an outstanding one, and then the burden's on them.
Well,
Not a terrible idea either, especially because your neighbors.
What?
If you do it in the neighborhood like that,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, when I get the specific answers, I can do a mass mailing, if you want me to try and collect these things. Because in total, you see the numbers are not a lot, and then it's the security for them, once they get this document,
so when is their closing date?
October 20th of this month. So it's 12 days away.
what's being done now to prevent all this? Is there, I mean, are we going after the contractors to do all this before?
It's a great question.
So it stops,
So it always is the property owner's responsibility.
yeah, but they may not know that. I think the
So-
realtor should bring that up or something,
So
somebody
usually
should.
when they do a title search, it pops up, or a deed search, it pops up. Now that it takes a good lawyer to do that. Sometimes people, they don't even find it. And then you get one or two homeowners down the line and they get to find it, and then they get to pay it to clear the title. One of the things that we as a commission can, one of our abilities is to request or require a bond when contractors build developments like this, or contractors build houses that we know they have a history. There are a handful of guys in town that have a history. It's only a couple, but,
Yeah,
you know, names I'm not gonna say.
now I'm nervous because I'm gonna sell my house and I'm like, I guess I should look into make sure everything is okay.
So,
I know
yeah,
two
you're right,
builders.
contractors and builders, they should be, especially if they're the ones filing. You know, and Colby's also right, though, it ends up being the property owner's problem. There was a builder in town that threw his own daughter under the bus.
And property owners can do it themselves if they're savvy enough, but that's why they have, hired a lawyer and do, I don't know if it comes up in a title search, but if they're savvy enough, they can look at online resources, like they can go to DEP's website that.
The NOI lookup, yeah, it's the
Exactly.
portal.
Whatever it is, but all the DEP documents are there. And then you can check them against the registry of deeds and see if they've, submitted to them to the registry of deeds.
I'm not that savvy to do all this.
Yeah. That's why I hire.
And it costs so much to have a lawyer that there's no way I can do that either.
Well, that's it. If it's a blanket mailing and it applies to some of the homeowners, but not others, and they get excited and we gotta hire a lawyer to make sure, then that's putting a financial burden on them for no reason at all.
Right, that's why when people usually sell their houses, that
Yeah.
comes up,
Yeah.
because the lawyer's involved anyways.
So what do we do here?
Well, not always, I don't think, because if you go through a Realtor, yes, but if you go through any of these others that are out there
Private,
that will buy your home, let's say, I don't think that they,
they still have to do some sort of title search. There's usually a lawyer puts their hands on it somewhere. Not, you're right, realtor is gonna be more involved, but, you know, people that buy houses, they do their due diligence. But some of them also don't. So I don't know the answer to, it's a good concern. So,
somehow we need
So
to
are we
stop.
waiting for a response from the, town council?
he's waiting for a response from Nelson, who's trying to pinch a penny and give him an answer that I don't know is the right thing to do, but
Yeah.
I said it, not you.
Why it takes so long sometimes.
So what are you comfortable with us doing then? Cause that's how I've always asked the agent, you know, hey, what should we do in this case? Cause we don't wanna get ourselves in trouble.
Well, you know, the fee, the expiration fee is for whom? Who came up with that? That's us,
On the
right?
schedule? Yeah,
That's goes to the town. It's not something that's required by the DP, it doesn't go to the DP. I think for this, I think you can
$15.
safely, yeah, it's not even, I just did the math, it's a little over $12 for each property.
But for these individuals to close out so they can sell their house, I'm perfectly fine voting on this but I'm only one vote.
Voting on granting the COC, the partial COC.
Yeah, I'm fine
Simply
with that
because there's a
too.
line on the DEP form. In terms of the fees are the fees. We have to cover your costs, and $12 did not cover the costs, but
Well, how
Fees are
does
fees.
12 times 40 add up to 1,500?
wasn't
Because it was expired in 2019.
Yeah, so you only have
$500 divided by
Uh,
41.
So it's when you get to the 15-year mark, you know, it doesn't matter at that point, it's gonna be the same.
Yeah, right.
I know it sounds like a silly amount to quibble over, but, you know, it adds up to $500 that should have been done.
Right, so
So that's my suggestion, is
did you
to,
drive by the property to make sure there's grass or?
I can't. Yeah. From OC, that's 2006, I will, but I'm gonna be laughing about it when I do it.
Well, Lois Lane though was built more recently.
This is true, this is true.
So make a motion then.
When you make a motion.
I don't know the verbiage.
Yeah, I make a motion to issue a partial certificate of compliance for 8 Lois Lane, DEP number 308-0524, with the fee of, how much?
It's between $12 and $13, I can do the. exact-
$12 and change.
$12, thank you.
I'll second that.
My part says yes.
James Gates, yes.
Pat Gemma, yes.
So if you send this letter out, okay, and they have to go find whether they have this, but wouldn't we have somewhere in our records a list of all of these?
Yes, we
Somewhere?
do.
Yeah, a list of what again?
A list of those people that have the outstanding
Oh,
owes.
no, see,
No.
that's the thing.
No, that,
So you have this one permit tied to 91 Highland Street, but it doesn't have all the new property owners listed. But as they sold parcels off, now you have the parcel, so he's gotta go to the,
Each individual.
Property
property to
assessor's
see if they
office.
have a partial COC.
So there was someone that owned the house on Highland Street. They had all this land.
Yep.
They parceled it out and sold it. Is the original owner?
I think
So-
someone bought it and developed it, but again, that's
Oh,
where
okay.
our town historians come in.
But someone owns that house.
Yeah.
So someone owns that OOC.
Yeah, you're not wrong there
So,
either.
so what's that?
You're not wrong there either.
So you go to that person who owns it and say, we can clear all of these if, for this amount of money, and we'll just wipe it, but if you can get the $12 and change from these 40 people, then,
Yeah, I don't think so, because it's the actual, property, the land that it's tied to, not the house,
yeah.
or the original, portion of that property, which it was. It's the actual place that you're standing at, whoever owns that piece of property at that time,
So, yeah,
That-
it was one big
that-
parcel, and then as this parcel was subdivided,
yeah.
that took on a chunk of the permit.
Yeah.
So you figure there's 40-ish people who have these outstanding OOCs. How many are there total? Of parcels of land, houses?
Yeah, there's 41, including.
So every one of them has this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Alyssa Drive has it too.
Not, one penny lane is clear now, because they had the foresight to do it some time ago. They probably sold their house at that time, I noticed it.
yeah.
It's frustrating for people, but it's just part of owning a house too.
So I think that any properties that these people are gonna subdivide and build should be built for this first before, it goes out to anybody, because this is gonna keep going.
Someone reputable would do that.
Yeah, but the problem is, we know there's some out there that don't,
Yep.
that are not
And
good.
things get messy when the businesses go out of business, they lose, chapter, whatever that is, bankruptcy,
Well, there's just some that
whatever.
try to get away with whatever they can get away with.
That too.
So it's probably something that I'm missing here, but I mean, this is a fantasy scenario perhaps, but you contact all of the people, including the person who owns the house on Highland Street, and you say, we've got this awkward situation here. We can clear it up because every one of them, that's a piece of information I didn't know, that every single one of them has this outstanding OOC. If you are all willing, assuming that everyone in the neighborhood loves everyone else in the neighborhood, that if you pay your $12.50, okay, to this, then we can clear all of these at once. And then, but explain to them that this is gonna be a problem if and when you decide to sell your house, or you will it to your kids and they decide to sell it. It's a little organizational thing, but that would work.
Yeah, and it won't cost them much money, it's just one more thing to do for them. So,
But
Well, I
for
understand.
$12.50, it gets rid of a potential real pain in the neck in the future.
we're at $12.50 to
Yeah.
get this certificate.
I
It's
think
not
we
worth
should
it for us
try.
to even do it,
Yeah.
that's what we're supposed to do.
It's a frustrating thing.
Yeah,
All right, are we good to move on?
yep.
3.1, discussion with Sandra Lord regarding volunteer response form. If you don't mind, come and join us. I'll be honest, we're missing 2 commissioners tonight, so probably should wait to have them present with us, but you can tell us about yourself and why you're interested in joining the mission and.
Okay, I'm Sandra Lord, and I lived in Townsend since 1989. I used to live I lived in Dudley, Mass, a town like this. My husband and I thought over the years about moving closer to, different jobs that he's had. He worked in cities, and I'm like, I want to move to a city. And he agreed that, it would be nice to raise our kids in a small town and stay in Townsend. My husband's been here since, he's been like 5 years old. So he's been here a lot longer, than I have, but, so it's a beautiful place to live. I just love it. I love the clean air. I love everything about it, I love trees, I love plants, I love birds. I think it's a beautiful place to live. I want to serve my town, the town of Townsend, in some capacity. I think that's really important, to me. And
No, take your time.
Yeah. The birds and the plants part were really nice.
Oh, thank you.
That's what we care about.
Yeah, thank you. My husband worked he was on the Board of Health in the 90s, and he always was talking about buffer zones and aquifers and stuff. And, I kind of started hearing about things then, and he worked for a company that was subcontracted to the EPA. I don't know if that's the right verbiage or not. But, he used to go out and look at super sites and all this stuff, and I thought that was kind of fascinating and stuff. Yeah, I don't know, I just think it's like, I went to different meetings and stuff over the past year and a half, and I don't know, I think this is a great place for me to land if I'm lucky enough to be voted in and sworn in or whatever. You guys seem like a really nice group of people, and I think I went to one conservation meeting sometime in the winter, and I really, enjoyed it. What else I could say? I don't know, I guess that's about it.
Oh,
So,
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
thank you.
Questions from other commissioners, comments?
Well, I would say welcome.
Well,
I know, we can't vote, yeah, right, sure, yeah. Yeah, I'm a newbie here, I've been, less than a year, I think, right, somewhere in
I
there.
think so.
And, it's a fairly steep learning curve, but it's relatively short. You get the basics in a relatively short time, there's still a lot more to learn, I'm still learning, but.
So one of the things that Mike explained to her about the classes that are paid for.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been to, it's the Mass Association of Conservation Commissions,
Oh, okay.
and it's a nonprofit, but their purpose is to support, conservation commissions all across the state. And they had workshops and online stuff. I went to an all-day conference, so to speak, out at Holy Cross. And, they had workshops specifically for new people to sort of get them up and running very quickly, and that was really helpful. I haven't honestly taken advantage of the many opportunities that
They do a lot of them online too.
Yeah, a lot online.
Oh, okay.
There's also a big conference at Devon's, in the fall. With a bunch of different classes, in-person classes.
I'm definitely willing to learn and put the time in.
Yeah.
I met with, the Pepperell had their fall festival, and I went there, and the Conservation Commission, there was someone that was on it, and it was some other kind of entity that was there. He was also representing, I'm trying to remember what it was.
In Nashua River Watershed.
Yes, something like that.
So I was gonna
Maybe.
ask Colby to speak about the stuff he's been to with them.
Sure. Yeah, they're interesting organization. They have some federal funding, and they work in conjunction with the National Park Service, as well as state agencies too, to protect the rivers here, specifically Nashua and Squanicook. But the thing that they do is they do some culvert assessment training, water quality testing,
They do invasive trainings.
yeah, basic plant training, general education on, environmental issues and, what else? What else can I say?
There's a lot.
So we meet the second and fourth Wednesday of the month.
Okay.
Meetings can range from an hour to 2 or 3 hours. They're always at 7 o'clock.
I haven't been to a 3-hour one yet.
Not gonna lie, since Colby started, we've been pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah. I appreciate it, Colby. We all do.
And the sidewalks, I find fascinating. Every situation is different,
Yeah,
you know, and so you have to apply some basic rules, knowledge to each situation, but they're all different and they.
And you have to listen to the big picture too.
What's that?
You have to listen to the big picture
Yeah.
as well. A lot of these
Right, there's a
projects.
happy medium and different things, so
So-
I get it.
There's
You know.
a common misnomer out there, and I think I sort of had this piece of misinformation that somehow, the commissioners and the conservation commissions are almost out to get you, you know? To stop this, and you can't build near water, you can't do this near water, and the fact of the matter is, our goal is to say yes, to figure out a way to say yes.
Right,
And,
In a sustainable,
what's that?
thoughtful,
That's right. Yeah.
way. So,
something that'll work for everyone,
yeah,
Yeah, right.
because we can't stop development,
right,
but we can help guide people into the right direction and make sure that the law is followed.
and do it in a responsible, so that everything's done in a responsible manner.
But Pat's gone tromping through the woods.
I love the site visits. I've learned a lot from each time I've gone out and stuff about the trees or about the little insects or whatever. There's always something to learn about.
Well, I would be honored to be a part of this conservation commission, so. I would-
And it's not all glorious either.
No, I guess.
If you've watched it on TV, you get to see the non-glorious stuff too. And there are been times that people raise their voices in the meetings, and you have to have thick skin, and
Right,
commissioners get grumpy with each other, but at the end of the night,
No,
I've never been-
the person's missing that we could be.
I've never been drunk.
Pat brings snacks to diffuse situations.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's very sweet of you.
I was doing all the candy and I'm like, I need to switch over.
You know, but there's the harder side to the whole thing, and, but we get through it. We haven't thrown anyone out yet. I know that has happened in the past. But
And James and Colby make it easy for us, the rest of
Colby
us.
does. Colby does.
Well, Colby does a lot of the grunt work, but
Well,
you
it's my job.
run a good meeting. You do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. That's the only thing
I
I've proven
agree.
to myself is that I can run a meeting.
There's so much I've missed since I've been gone that I'm so lost in everything, trying to catch up. Yeah,
You're not alone, Pat.
and I,
Trust me.
the site meetings I've missed and.
But anyways, thank you for.
So
giving me the
if
opportunity.
you don't mind, if we could have you, if it's possible, have you come back at the next meeting, which is the 22nd,
Sure,
then
Sure.
hopefully Kevin and Jimmy will be here, and, they can meet you, and
I actually know Kevin,
I know
okay.
I know your sister.
Oh, okay, same here. Yeah.
I always get confused who's who.
Oh, it happens all the time. And I actually met James, when he was sworn in, I was downstairs, and I had an opportunity to speak with him.
He's a character.
When was that sworn in for which?
For
For
here,
here?
yeah,
For Jimmy was sworn in or something, I don't know what.
he was, I don't know, he's on a bunch of boards or whatever.
She's historical right now.
So he was being sworn in for something, I happened to meet him, I was doing something down there and I met him and had an opportunity to speak with him.
Ed? Ed?
Oh. Yeah, I thought he was a nice guy.
Okay,
So,
he is, and I think we all have the same, goals. Like,
so did you say you know Sandra's sister?
yeah,
Cindy King.
Cindy,
Not, there's two of them that live on the same street. They live, you believe it or not, they do. Both Cindy
Yeah.
Kings.
one's on top of the hill, one's on the bottom of the
Yeah.
hill.
So Lord, is that, somehow I've heard it, is it,
My father-in-law used to be a reserve police officer.
okay.
That's
I
how you
don't
might
know,
have.
yeah.
And my husband, like I said, he served on the Board of Health in the 90s.
Well, maybe that's it. Because we were here in the 90s. But at any rate, yeah.
He fits right in with the rest of them.
Yeah. My husband, was in meetings that like someone was tossed out. He used to get pretty heated. There was, the smoking issue at the time, that someone was tossed out escorted out by the police, shall we say. That was a very interesting one. Didn't happen often stuff, but that was one of them that was particularly heated, shall we say. But anyways, thank you very much for
Thank you for
listening.
coming to
We'll
see us.
you at the next meeting.
We'll
Yeah, I
look
definitely-
forward to seeing you at the next meeting. 4.1. Colby, is there any chance you could read these?
I'm sorry.
Could you read these, please?
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Or Mike could, or Pat could.
Yeah.
Sitting here.
All right, so this correspondence came from Ukir.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Oh, I know. Ukir Adkamov, who works for the NWRA. He does the water quality monitoring, there. And I just wanted to let you know that next Wednesday, I don't have the date, the 15th, is that right? At 9
Yeah,
AM.
sounds close enough.
Yeah.
April
They're gonna be
7th.
over there at the Adams Dam, doing groundwater sampling for E. coli. That'll be run till about noon. And I'm gonna attend that. There you go. The next one is, so I asked for some guidance on the wild and scenic, survey estimates and, how to accept,
How to proceed?
because, one of the option that you really want to go for, that included the stamped plan, is that
Plan the land?
plan of land, thank you.
Yeah.
Was just out, it was more than the grant.
So we only accepted one of them. We only accepted the higher amount, because we knew we only had $16,000.
Is that what you did?
Yeah,
I didn't understand that statement. Okay,
that was the meeting you went home.
yeah. Okay,
And then pending further funding, then we would vote for the second estimate.
okay. I listened to that too, and I didn't quite understand that. I didn't
The
know.
audio kind of sucks, and I also suck at talking.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, no, you don't. Well,
You
tonight,
do have to, use up that money.
I know, so pending the additional funding that you said we could reapply for.
Yeah.
That would use up the rest, because then you could apply for the exact amount.
Did you work the numbers out so that you could accept the second survey estimate at the lower amount without the plan?
No, we want the plan of land.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand you want that, but you might have to take on the responsibility. It's not a guarantee that you'll get it. Which is, let me read her correspondence, which explains
Okay.
that's not a guarantee, the extra money that is out there. All right. And this came from Lucy Wallace, who works for the NWRA, and she is the grant, I don't know what, she does all the grant coordination, I'm not sure her official title. My suggestion would be that you remind the Concom you were awarded only $16,000. And if they elect to use the second option, which includes a stamped plan, you could seek additional funding from the council if the town doesn't have it.
Yeah, the town doesn't have it.
Yeah,
You're having to reuse folders.
In my own pens. Anyway, I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
Given the properties are surrounded by development and have road frontage, a stamp plan would provide additional protection against future encroachment. But you cannot guarantee that the council will provide the additional funds until you make a formal request based on the Concom's decision. Okay. So I will.
You can't count on the funds until you make the request? Or,
The additional funds, so he's gonna just make the request.
right? Okay, the wording is a little funny, I thought.
Hello.
Yeah,
Cookies,
cookies?
cookies.
here's some cookies.
So you have a motion that you have already approved to accept one.
The more expensive one with the plan of land, and then the other one we will vote on once we have the additional funding.
So let's move forward that one anyway.
So, in the meantime, before the next meeting, let's try to apply for the additional funding for the,
Yeah.
call me if I need to. Do it again.
I'll
I
let
know I
You
should.
don't want me?
I want this.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
We've already accepted that grant anyways, so,
Correct. Yeah, we've accepted the money, it's in our
so
account.
Nelson can
Accept it
sign
right
on the
now.
sign on the contract, receive the purchasing agent.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Are you good to move on?
I'm very good to move on.
You want to just hold so really?
For the next meeting thing, can I interject something?
Items for the next meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you get to it, are we there?
Yeah,
Okay, good. So I'm getting questions about hunting on Townsend properties, and we have a
Town-owned properties?
conservation owned land.
So-
So yes, town-owned
Okay.
property,
You,
but specifically Townsend conservation.
okay, keep going.
Properties.
We have an answer.
Yes, and the one I've been putting out, and I put it in the shared folder, is the formal response that we have. And I was hoping to read it, I don't know how many people will,
Yeah, read it.
will sign up will listen to this, but I'll put this on our website as well. I just wanna read it and see if it sounds accurate to you. And this was produced by Matt Matos.
Okay.
So guidance on the document that we have is just a Word document that was written a few years ago. The guidance on hunting in Townsend is, the Townsend has no additional regulations beyond the standard state regulations. We ask that you hunt and fish in season with a license and in accordance with applicable laws in designated areas, according to Master General Law, Chapter 131, 321 CMR. No constructed feature intended to facilitate such activity is allowed. While Townsend does not allow hunting on Townsend, while Townsend does allow hunting on Townsend conservation-owned land, these properties do not have proper signage marking their boundaries. We are working to put up the necessary signage, but until that point, when user safety is ensured, we ask that you please hunt in the designated state wildlife management areas only. And then, some
I
websites
don't
and
remember that.
resources. whatever.
The second part. So that's part of the reason we started to do the surveying of the lands.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that people could know where they are if they're hunting.
Yeah, they're behind my house because the state bought it, but I don't know how many really know that.
And that's a whole bowl of wax that, as far as hunting laws go, that we don't even wanna really get into.
Yeah.
As far as people being allowed to go onto private property in pursuit of a deer.
I'm not getting involved in
And
that.
so, and that's not anything we want to even broach. The state has done it, let them do that themselves. Does that make sense?
Are you okay with that response to the?
I'm okay with it. I think you can, I know it's a little bit obscure, I think the answer in the end.
Well,
A little
Same
it's a
time.
little evasive.
same time, if people ask if they can hunt our properties, they can.
Yes.
Do you want to discuss that before the next meet, or at the next meeting? I don't.
Think so. It certainly puts a responsibility on the hunter, though, to know where you are.
Hunting's already began for the turkeys, because it's turkey season, so, I had 2 in my yard today.
Did you hunt them?
No. They ran to my house for safety.
That's because you were baiting them.
I do have seed down.
Be careful of the bear.
I
Right?
didn't get any bears.
There was a big one in West Town. Did you see that?
I saw a picture.
400 pounder?
Yeah. My wife showed it to me. They're close. I got, my kids and I might have said this story before, but my kids and I were in Howard Park hiking one day, right behind the middle school. And we come across a mother with 2 clubs, and they, luckily, mother was in an okay mood, and they ran up the tree. 2 of them were way up a white pine, and the mother was 10 to 15 feet off the ground with my dog right under her.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
scary.
So, they're around. They're here.
I mean, I've had them once, and go, well, I've only, probably since I've been here, I've seen them maybe 3 times in my yard. You know, and I've been here since 92, so they're not around that much.
Huh.
Yeah, when that 400 pounder made the news on in Boston network stations, they were like, oh my God, this, you know, it's like, that's not the only bear out here, we got plenty of them.
Yeah.
What do they figure, 5,000 in Massachusetts now?
Oh, I bet you that's low.
Right.
Now, if they leave them alone, they'll won't bother you.
The problem is people leaving trash out and then they get used to the trash, and then they like it.
Well, yeah, I can't see
Meal.
that.
For the big carcasses off the roads now too.
Did you see the video carrying the deer? The car hit a deer and carried, the black bear grabbed the deer and just walked off with it.
Right,
Hey, it's gotta eat.
Oh, yeah.
around here,
Safe for them,
Towards Boston, I thought.
Yeah.
really, yeah.
save them from having to take the carcass away. They probably fed their young.
So next meeting, 65 Adams Road, completed order of certificate of completion.
Yep.
Kind of a moment, DEP file number 308-0707, and then 16 Meadow Road. And also, Sandra Lord, VRF. Next meeting is October 22nd, 2025 at 7 PM. Any comments, questions, concerns?
Mhm.
So I'll make a motion to adjourn at 8:25.
I'll second that.
I said someone, so I'll make a motion to adjourn at 8:25.
Okay, I'll second that.
Pat seconded.
Mike Fox said yes.
James Gates, yes.
Pat Jones, yes.
Thank you.